Oh my goodness. Hey y'all, it's William calling from Wiwibloggs. We are here in Malmo in Sweden, host city of the Eurovision Song Contest 2024, and we cannot wait to speak with you right now about day 4 of Eurovision rehearsals. Now, can I just check, is this actually going out live? Do we know? Yes, it is, because the video has started on YouTube. So many beautiful faces. Thank you guys for joining us. Do let us know what countries you are in. Give us an emoji in that chat box. We want to know where you guys are. I'm going to skip this ad. And there we are. Yeah. Okay. Now look, we have so much to talk about, but first let's quickly say hello to Simon.
Hi everyone. I've traveled the very, very long journey of 30 minutes by train from my home in Copenhagen to get here. So yeah, but it's a joy, it's a pleasure to be at Eurovision so close to my home without being in my own country. It's kind of crazy, you know, but still I feel like home because I've been so many times to Malmo in these past, 2 or 3 months. I've been to Melfest. I've been over here doing a video about the sights of Malmo, and we've been in Emporia, preparing our lounge, and you will hear a lot more about that. So I'm so thrilled to be here.
And you guys, please let us know if the sound is difficult before we dive in. We want to make sure that your ears are buzzing in the right way with the sound of music, not with bzz and reverb. So do let us know.
The sound of music.
And the woman on my left needs no introduction. She was like a tornado in Turin. She was like a Rottweiler in Rotterdam. She was like a terrier in Tel Aviv. She was like what starts with an L? In Lisbon.
Labrador in Lisbon?
Lion?
I don't know.
A lioness in Lisbon. She's been around the block is the point. It is Suzanne Adams.
Oh, thank you for the warm welcome. Hello, Wiwibloggs people. I am so happy to be here with all of you lovely folks. That's all I can say. I'm just so happy to be here with you.
That's all she's got. Our girl is happy. Now
So, at Emporia, I'm so sorry. So we've been hanging out at Emporia Mall, right? And so today we're sitting in the VIP office that they have kindly gifted us for the next couple of weeks. And there's this head that looks like Mickey Mouse. And Sinan is wearing the head. And I'm like, that's Mickey Mouse. But wait a minute. Mickey Mouse has some really weird ears. I mean, those were not Mickey Mouse ears. It's called Be Happy. Be Happy, this weird looking Mickey Mouse ear man. He is the mascot for Emporia Mall. And now you know.
Well, we're going to move on. Before we dive into day 4, a recap of the 8 acts from Semifinal 2, I want to tell you about a new partnership we have for this Eurovision season. We are super excited to have some fun, to play and to slay with Match Bingo. Ooh. Yeah, are you familiar? They kind of take sporting events, other events, and gamify them and make them super fun. And this year, they're turning their attention to Eurovision. Now, they support charities, and more specifically, this is supporting the Stroke Association. Now, Suzanne and I are very familiar with strokes, as our father had a series of strokes before he passed away in 2015. So this association is really quite relevant to us and very important.
So can we just talk about that for a moment? Our father had vascular dementia. And vascular dementia was a result of a series of mini strokes. And as we went towards the end of his life, I don't know that either of us really understood that form of dementia. And I just bring that up because I think it's important as we all age, one for ourselves, but also for us to be educated so that we are able to better support our parents and loved ones.
Absolutely. No, thank you for saying that. And one thing we can do is play Match Bingo, because this year Match Bingo is gamifying Eurovision. So during the grand final, instead of a bingo card having numbers, it's going to say things like Albania, 12 points. Not sure if you're going to scratch that one off this year. It's going to say things like Sweden gets 1 to 7 points. And if that happens, you scratch on your card And then you can win prizes. I have got the list here, y'all. The first player to complete a line, 25 pounds. 2 lines, 50 pounds. A full half, 1,000 pounds.
Wait, I didn't know you could win money.
You can win money, honey. If you're in the UK, we should say this match bingo game is available to people in the UK. There is a link in our description, and we're going to describe more about this on our website, wiwibloggs.com tomorrow. But there is a link for now on the description of this video. It'll take you to the App Store where you can download it. The game is free, and the cards are quite reasonable. They're like £2, I think. Yes. You can claim 1 free card and buy up to 4 more £2 cards. Y'all follow that link because we need to support the Stroke Association.
Yeah.
Yes. Research, treatment, that, they help families who are coping with the aftermath of a stroke. So, yeah, and that's not to be a Debbie Downer because this is uplifting. This is uplifting.
Yes,
Hashtag United by Music. Hashtag I'm a Unite Around Match bingo on T. We will come back to the game a little later, but now we turn to day 4 of the Eurovision Song Contest. We saw 8 countries from the second half of Semifinal 2. Suzanne, would you like to read those out for the people?
I would love to read those out for the people. Okay, people, are you ready for me to read
Okay, she's
out
not ready.
the
I'll
song?
just do it.
I've got this. I was trying to find it on my own phone so that I looked prepared. We have Latvia, Don's Hollow. We have Spain, Nebulosa.
They did not rehearse today.
Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. There's not a number by Spain. Let's start over. The 10 acts that we heard today.
8, girl!
Okay, if y'all can see.
The 8 acts we heard today were Latvia.
I've got this. Latvia, Don's Hollow. San Marino, Megara, 1111, Make-A-Wish. Georgia, Nutsa, Firefighter.
Put out the fire.
Belgium, Musti, Before the Party's Over. 13, Estonia, 5 Minust.
20 minutes.
Okay, I'm just going to move on.
Can you say that for me?
Pull up.
Pulup.
Pulup. Okay, thank you, William. Then we have Israel, Eden, Hurricane. Norway, Gotha, and Olvaham. Yep, that's the name of the song. And last but not least, the Netherlands, Joost Klein, and Europapa.
I'm really glad Match Bingo gives country names only, because if it did song titles, our girl would not know what to scratch off in that Match Bingo game. All right, listen, we're going to go around and we're going to say which country improved the most for us. That is improved from the pre-parties and national finals until today. Simon, would you like to kick us off?
I think my biggest grower for today was Georgia. Our Nutsa is slaying on that stage. Her vocals are on point. The backdrop, I really liked the visuals in that one. So we knew that she had, the power and energy, but I think this is a package that is, folding out beautifully on the stage. And this could, secure Georgia's first qualification in 6 years.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll just continue. Georgia is also my biggest grower. Now, our girl's been growing. Well, actually, no. Our girl is a shower and a grower. Because when I saw her music video, when it dropped, I was like, she's got something here. She's giving us Ruslana. She's giving us high fashion. But the question for me is, would Georgia have the budget to translate the music video to the stage? And she's absolutely done that. She talks about putting out the fire, but she's also starting the fire with this beautiful ring of fire on the LED. I'm not talking about when you have spicy food and you get ring of fire down there. I'm talking about the sun, honey. This is not just a sun colored yellow in the sky. This is a fiery, dangerous sun, the one you see in space, the hottest object in our solar system, just kind of the force of life, of death, it's all there in that gorgeous, gorgeous star. And she looks good. Our girl looks good. She looks like a flame. It's like a metallic orange bronze. And then her dancers, the warriors, they also look absolutely fabulous. I like how the warrior look translates to dance. So when they are fighting, when they are dancing, It's almost like they're fighting. It's giving me Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in the choreography, where martial arts is indeed an art, a performative art for those of us who are watching. Ooh, girl, Georgia isn't just my biggest... You need the list? Georgia isn't just my biggest grower. She may be my winner of the day because that's the one I want to watch again. But we'll come to that category later. Suzanne, who is your biggest grower?
Do I have to pick one?
Why don't you take a moment and we'll field questions and comments about Georgia.
Great.
So you have a think, honey.
Great.
And I'm just going to type in Nutsa and see what comments on Nutsa.
Okay.
Here we go. Lil Catherine says, Georgia was good, but can't say it was a surprise. I expected Nutsa to deliver. And you know what? At the London Eurovision party, she delivered on all fours on the stage. She literally disappeared. She disappeared. It was magic. And then we've got Albin Larson. Ooh, don't cover my face, Albin. Let's put you up here, baby girl. Or baby boy. I really hope that Nutsa wasn't talking about the bonfires when she said, put out the fire. That's a very good reference as we are in a holiday period in Sweden.
Yep, this is what you call valborgsafton in Sweden, which is basically in old times. I read that today. It's not something I just know from trivia. I read that today. In old times, you couldn't have bonfires after the end of April. So this was kind of the end of doing bonfires. So a lot of people also here where we are in Malmo will be doing bonfires tonight down at beaches and at harbors to mark, let's say, the end of the winter, and now we're going into the summer period, and it has been summer in Malmo for the
it's
time
hot.
we're
Burning up here.
We are putting out the fire. All right, a few more comments on Georgia. This is in Hebrew, so I can't read it. Georgia, Israel, and Norway were great. Next commenter says, cool guy. I have to admit, for me, it was Georgia and Latvia. And then the next comment that comes up is Sweetie. Sweetie says, quote, Georgia ate. I'm glad Georgia ate because William Lee Adams did not eat, and I am crabby. But I'm in a good mood.
Beyond crabby.
Very crabby. But let me tell you just quickly, I'm in a good mood because I know that Match Bingo, who we're partnering with this year, are doing good. And I've just pulled up some of the important points I want to share with you. You know, this is a gaming for good app. So you're not just throwing your money away, you're actually helping people with the Stroke Association. And more specifically, with that link in the description, you can claim 1 free card and buy up to 4 more if you're in the UK. And that's going to help your chances to win, honey. And
So when you say in the UK, do they have to physically be in the UK or like from the UK?
You know what? That's a good question, but I'm pretty sure they need to be in the UK. They need to be, but I'm going to clarify that. All I know is I'm glad that I purchased before earlier. Anyways, we're going to move on. Who is your biggest grower?
You know, this is always hard for me. Do I really have to pick one?
You have to pick one, Suzanne.
So I'm Ducky Doo, and my biggest grower was 1111. Thank you so much.
That is San Marino.
Ducky Doo, San Marino. Okay, I don't know why I felt the need to speak for Ducky Doo, because Ducky Doo, as you know, has his own voice. Okay, so...
Girl, can you please give us your biggest grower or the duck is going back in the water?
My biggest grower is the Netherlands, used Europapa. When I first listened to this, I didn't really dig it, but I've been listening to it a good bit, and every time it comes on, it just makes me so darn happy.
Yeah.
So, Europapa, he's my guy.
But could you tell us why he's your guy?
Well, it's just so happy, and as we started to talk about it, and they'll hear some of this in our reaction video to the rehearsal, Europapa is like Mother Earth. Giving youth life. And then there's this whole neighborhood thing, and you've got the big blue bird, which reminds me of Sesame Street, walking around the neighborhood. And I love that it's fun, that it's hokey. Like at first I thought it was too hokey. Like, you know, I didn't like Moldova last year. And I think my initial notes were, oh God, another Moldova from actually it was 2022 where I didn't like Moldova. But I don't know, it's fun, it's happy, and it's almost as though he is making light of his own happiness and his own love of Europe. And I just think that's so fun. Like, you know, I'm the crazy cat lady and he loves Europe. So he's Europapa. Or maybe Europapa is like some figure like Mother Earth. I like this.
Let's see what the people say about Europapa. Marcus Erickson says Europapa is amazing.
Ooh.
And Thinissa J says Europapa for the win. Thinessa J, forgive me. And Sietske Terpstra says Europapa Joost Klein, Netherlands. Hey, thank you so much for signposting what we are talking about. This was not my biggest grower because I had sort of already loved it.
I disliked it. Like, I couldn't stand it at first.
The passion runs high, much like in the EU. Love of your European neighbor. I want to ask you a question. Do you think, Simon, Suzanne, that Europapa can win the televote, not just in the semifinal, but of Eurovision 2024?
Yes. That's the short answer, because it is so catchy. It has such, it's gone viral on Spotify, on YouTube, everywhere. And you and I saw that play out live in Amsterdam at Eurovision concert in front of 6,000 screaming people in the arena.
But pause.
It was incredible.
You're talking about Eurovision fans who are watching these songs over and over again, right? A lot of folks may not watch the semifinals. They may not watch until the evening of the grand final. And it's going to be a fun show. But I'm looking at what Shay says here. And sorry, Shay, I can't pull you up. But she says, I think Europapa is a bit cringe, to be honest. Well, when I first heard it, I thought Europapa was a bit cringe also. So for people, did you take my duck? For people who...
Girl, your duck is intact.
But seriously, for people who were only listening for the first time and seeing for the first time, are they going to find Europapa cringy, or are they going to love Europapa?
The thing is, for me, I think that because we have a lot of kooky entries this year, more than usual, we have... in this semifinal alone, we have not only Joost Klein, we have Estonia as well, who's also kind of kooky and crazy. And we have it in a way that I think Netherlands just present themselves better. And the catchiness gets to you right away, and it will catch casual viewers as well. We saw, I'm not much for comparing this one to Carrier, but it's easy to it's crazy and party. Joost said that himself when he was finishing his act at Eurovision concert. This has the catchiness to also catch casual viewers. And the thing is, a lot of the casual viewers who are watching Eurovision, the Eurovision final, is watching because they think that Eurovision is crazy and party. That is why Carrier got so many televotes last year. So I definitely think that Netherlands is up there with a chance to win the televote. Also because it has these insane streaming numbers. So I think you're underestimating the Eurovision viewers, because also, let's say in a time of a lot of things happening in the world, people want something that is fun, that is uplifting, and that is Europapa.
Absolutely. And there have been numerous studies done that show when the news is quite dark, when people are depressed, they crave upbeat, happy music, and music gets faster. And this song, especially in the final minute, you are just moving. You are pumping and thumping. And what I love is roast rhymes with roast. It's Joost. Joost Klein.
Don't roast Joost.
I don't know if he's a natural dancer, but it doesn't matter.
Just don't roast me.
Roast duck is delicious, actually. But Joost Klein, it doesn't matter if he can dance, because that outfit makes him a visual spectacle. So when he's moving, he could spin, he could walk in place. He just has to be in the room, and you're going to smile and laugh because it is such a strong look. Did he dye his eyebrows blonde?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's gone full on blonde to complete the look. He's just, when you see his face, he's so happy, and he's just so shalali, shalala, honey. I just love that vibe, and I think Europe will too. You said the word cringe earlier. I don't think, let me just, from the UK perspective, in the UK, people go to parties, they get drunk, and they're not paying attention. Then the man with the blue pointy shoulders comes on, and he's being all silly. That's what they vote for. Many casual viewers will vote for this. It's gonna be huge. The viewers, Vident Holen says Netherlands not funny.
Oh.
Netherlands funny.
Supporting Suzanne. Thank you so much. Rolf van der Heide says, watching from the Netherlands, and William, you're too cute, honey. Your girl is married, but thank you so much. And, Bianca van Poek says, love from the Netherlands. Wow, there's a lot of Dutchies on here tonight. Cool guy again. Netherlands really hit a lot, so I'm excited to see the whole performance. Yeah. Actually, Simon, you discussed this, the framing. Tell us.
Yeah, because, when we saw the 20-second clip, which we are we want more. But when we saw that on TikTok, it was like his face was in the frame the whole time. It was very narrow framing, and they're definitely hiding something, because when we just saw a glimpse of the backdrop, it was like, yeah, this might be some of it, but they are definitely having something that they're not putting on until the very last minute they have to. So I'm very excited to see this, and I'm not sure we're going to see this before the dress rehearsal on Wednesday.
Yeah, I just want to quickly shout out to Christoph Pilaric. Thank you so much for that super chat. That is so kind. Christoph says, how joyous that we can once again experience Eurovision together. These are the best 2 weeks of the year. Welcome back, Suzanne.
Thank you so much.
That is so kind. Thank you for that super chat. That will really help us defray the cost of our server, which is exorbitant. All right. Now, it's time to move on. We're going to move away from the act we wanted to grow the most. I want to hear who disappointed you, or rather, in more positive terms, who has room for improvement.
Can I see that list again?
Girl,
I know.
we asked you to be prepared. The night of the final, when I'm playing Match Bingo, I need you not to distract me with these questions about who's in the final. By the way, you guys, with that link, you can sign up and get a free bingo card, a free Match Bingo card. So keep that in mind. Click that link, hunty. Simon, do you know who disappointed you?
I think the thing is, disappointment, is it from a high expectation or low expectation? Because I feel like if I'm just saying who's disappointed me in general terms, I'm not a fan of San Marino's song. I'm sorry, because I like them. I think they have such good visual staging and stuff like that. But the song hasn't caught me. But that's not a disappointment, because I wasn't expecting more than I saw, because we saw them also live a couple of times. But I'm going to throw a controversial one in here, Belgium, because I am still not convinced that final minute, which is the moment in that song, that he isn't going to be pitchy. Because and again, this is a TikTok clip. I know we can't judge from a TikTok clip alone, but it still sounds a little pitchy to me. And the times that I've heard it live, I felt the same. So if we're talking positively, room for improvement, we had a few times last year, and I'm gonna throw my own country into this, because Riley last year, I loved the song, I loved the staging ideas, I loved him. He's such a gorgeous person. But the problem was that when you are very physical in your staging, when you do a lot, when you move around on stage, you need to be vocally on point, because people will notice if your vocals are getting, let's say, tempered by a lot of movement. And that is what I think might be happening to Belgium, because he wants to be very dramatic. And I love the drama. I love the expressionism in it. But, if this impacts his vocals too much, then he's in danger of not doing as well as people think.
Well, Eva says, whoops, why isn't Eva loading on my screen? Eva says, disappointed, Belgium. I kind of wanted something better than a bunch of mics. I gotta say, the mics are very effective for me. I think it's visually quite stunning. It's giving me Batman, Gotham City. I have to tell y'all about what's going on. But yeah, I think the 15 seconds are not very dynamic, basically. It's sort of in a one colorway with, golds, whites, some orange lights. That's kind of what I take away from it. But we need to remember there are still 2 minutes and 45 seconds left of this performance. And hopefully they've made it more dynamic, because based on that clip, I would worry for their chances of qualification. However, as Shay says, Belgium has been growing off me for weeks. And at this point, I think they're actually borderline. I had read that as growing on me, but it's growing off me. I think there were some vocal issues at the pre-parties, but I really think they've been addressed. I am hoping. We'll have to wait and see that final minute. Let's see. Maru fan says, Belgium and Estonia the worst. Okay. And Mel Pudkin says, Belgium is a bit disappointing. Okay, there's a common theme here, y'all. Sweetie says, Belgium could get Cynic, Belgium 2018 treatment, and be the shock non-qualifier. Ooh, these comments are very, yes. Oh, Sitska Chirpska says Belgium vocals were not good. Okay, I need some positivity.
I've started something.
Here we go.
I shouldn't have.
Lucas says Belgium was my number one. With the vocal issues, it will never be as magic as in the music video. Okay, well, I'm going to stop fishing for questions.
Sorry.
No.
It's my fault.
Musti is a gorgeous person,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of charisma there, and I think we're not seeing the camera angles, so perhaps the saving grace will be the intimacy.
Yeah.
If we see the tortured soul unraveling in the performance, that's what's going to keep you there, right? Because right now it's all from afar. We're not getting all up in here, and I think with Musti it's all up in here. So we shall see.
Aw,
Suzanne,
Cinnamilly, thank you so much. There is so much opportunity for the blood moon to rise this year with so many suns and so many moons. And then oh my gosh, we've got ESC.
Oh, but let's give Cinnamilly her due. Thank you so much, Cinnamilly. We appreciate that super chat. And we move on to ESC. Yes, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy Suzanne.
Thank you so much. Now I feel like I need to go wrap myself in like a white sheet all tight like a mummy.
All right, this mothering analogy is killing me. Suzanne, I need your room for improvement. Which act do you think?
Let me see that list again.
Oh Lord, it's like it's 3 days later. It's only a few hours later, girl.
I don't know that.
Will you marry me, Suzanne?
Well, are you straight?
Maru fan.
Are you straight? We can't have like a gay straight marriage. It doesn't work that way, I think. Or maybe Maru fan is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, that's true.
Here's a question I think will spark some gingerly chat. Tuna, who may or may not be a fish, says, has anything so far convinced you it will win? This is a great question.
Dare I say not yet?
Interesting.
Because we haven't seen Big Five yet, and I think we are going to see 2 Big Five countries contending for the win this year.
Okay, you tease us. So far, Suzanne, have you seen anything you think could win?
In first rehearsals?
Yes.
Now I need a longer list.
Oh, my Lord. Let me tell you this. I actually have great hope for Ukraine. I don't know if it's the winner, but after seeing the rehearsal clip, I was like, wow, juries would love to vote for that.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to vote for that. That's a strong contender based on what we've seen. I also really love Greece. I think that'll be incredibly divisive.
Yes.
I don't know how juries... Hey, Sinan Sadullah, do you want to come say hi?
You want to come join us?
Come say hi. You just want to say about your winner? You just have to walk around. Okay, he'll join us later. He's currently enjoying a lavish dinner consisting of smoked salmon, arugula, there's some feta.
He made a Bulgarian
mousse au
salad
chocolat
tonight, and it was very good.
But I think Greece is going to do some damage. I don't know if it's going to be the winner. We need to see more. And then
I don't know that I really feel like anyone hit me as being... I think they're all going to improve over the next week.
I still love Croatia.
But can I throw 2 countries in here? Because, I mean, the ones I'm teasing for, we can talk about tomorrow when we see the first rehearsals of the Big Five plus Sweden. But I agree with Greece, but still, Switzerland for me, we haven't seen what the visuals will be exactly because he's on that satellite dish, pancake, frying pan, whatever. But Switzerland will still be up there for contending for the win. But I have a feeling that we will have the jury winner between 2 Big Five countries.
Switzerland's costuming this year.
I love it.
I love it too.
I love the costume. I know it's divisive, but again, you don't vote against people, you vote for them. And I think that Swiss look is going to appeal to a lot of people. Yeah. It fits the song. The song is frenetic, out there. It's lots of different things glued together. And I think that crazy outfit is like, yeah, it can all stick to me. It can all be wild. And yeah, I just love that. So Tuna, we don't have a straightforward answer. And I apologize for that. But I'm not going to apologize for this. Shout out to Pandex Libra. Thank you so much for your super chat. That is super helpful. And you say, for me, Cyprus worried me from the first rehearsal, and I really wish Cilia can go through to the final. I think that Cilia will go through to the final. I really do think that Cyprus is going through. I think it's such a good show opener. And I think the dancing is on point. We actually bumped into her mother today at the shopping mall. She was a lovely, lovely woman. We had a little kiki. And I'll just say this. There are going to be some subtle changes coming. And the outfit may or may not be what you saw in rehearsal 1. So get ready for a glow up of something that was already glowing. Let's just say that. All right, Suzanne, have you determined if you've seen a potential winner? Oh, no, you answered that. Have you decided who needs improvement? Who needs improvement?
They're all going to improve. I can't tonight.
I need a direct answer. Shall I rephrase the question? Who disappointed you?
Cricket sounds.
Well, I mean, I don't really love Norway. I don't really love Don's, not the individuals, their songs. I'm sure that they are lovely souls.
Okay, so why don't we just be harsh then? So you're saying that one of those two was your least favorite, your loser of the day.
Is that one of our questions this evening?
Basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Norway.
Whoa. Norway was my favorite of the day, I think. I think Norway was my absolute favorite of the day. And it's because of the elevation that I've seen. But we'll come to that. Tell me why Norway is your least favorite.
I don't know. I said it earlier. I'm just not digging it. Like, I love how theatrical it is. I love the color of her dress. It's like the deep, dark sea. Yeah.
Y'all, please send us your comments on Norway. I want to educate Miss Adams here. Paul Ngente says, Norway, Blue Heart, Lucia Zarisky, Norway. Wow. And, Ralph says, don't like Norway either. All right, well, maybe it's just me. I thought Norway was killing it vocally and visually. I really like this new nature theme, the merging of mythology and nature. Our girl Gunhild controlling the oceans as she screams, as she gives birth to this beautiful song. She's compared singing this song to giving birth. She literally told us in an interview she leaves it all hanging out. Like she's giving birth every time it's like a little piece of her dies because she's pouring so much into it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, this is biological. This is primal. And you feel that. And yet in the comments section, I am not getting, here we go. Eve, I love Norway. Jory says, Norway is so good. And Shay says, my blood moon stopped rising when Suzanne said Norway. You've killed the blood moon with this comment.
Well, that can be taken either way. That can be good or bad if the blood moon stopped rising.
No, I think Shay had the blood moon rising and was super happy. And then you said that thing about Norway and it killed the blood moon.
There's something so eerie about this song.
But that's the point.
Yeah. There's just something so eerie about it.
What, eerie? She says eerie.
But it could grow on me at this point. I mean.
All right, well, let's do winners of the day then. Simon, you can kick us off.
Oh, yeah, winner of the day. I think I want to go with Norway, actually. Because they needed to be less dark than the MGP staging. They did so. They are, the thing is, that song is not my genre of music. I'm not particularly fond of this kind of music, but what Goethe is doing is just amazing, and they are lovely people, and on top of that, and I think that they're using the potential that this song has on stage. So from what we've seen today, this is my winner of the day. Yeah.
I feel like it was the most polished. It was the most kind of, you don't need to change very much. It was the most, we're ready to go. And they had this in Norway. It was very similar, but they just brightened it up a little.
Yeah.
And they now have LEDs, which works wonders. Because Gunhild, the singer, becomes part of the landscape. It's almost like she's a tree growing from the rock and the vines snaking around her body. It's just so organic. I feel like anyone who's going green, this is going to appeal to them. It's almost a statement about the beauty of nature and the power of nature, a source of life, but also it can kill you. And like you see that with the crashing waves. You see that with the spinning. It's like the earth is quaking. It's very dramatic. It's like musical theater, but it's not off-putting or niche in a way that sometimes musical theater can be. Who is your winner?
I have to pick one.
You, not the duck. You, the person, have to choose a winner. Just one.
Don't say Spain.
Well, Spain didn't. Okay. Big
Exactly.
five. Okay. I'm going with San Marino.
San Marino's your winner. They were your most improved earlier.
Well, that doesn't mean they can't be my winner.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
why are you complicating things? As I really listen to the song and listen to the meaning of the song and look at the bright pink kiss-like look, it's a move-on song. There are so many songs that are move-on as in I'm stuck. I love that this is really a I've moved on song. I like it.
Okay, so we went through our winners. Did I say who disappointed me?
I haven't been listening to you.
Oh, I know who disappointed me. Estonia. But I don't mean that to be shady. That could be just the clip, right? These 15-second clips, you don't see enough. It's like, I don't know what's going. Basically, it looks the same as an SD Lao. And I wanted it to grow and have a huge moment. But so far, it doesn't. Maybe that is coming. The upside is the choreography still looks great. The dancers still have the great chemistry. So in that sense, nothing has changed. So I'm not really disappointed. It's just that I hoped for more. Yeah. Suzanne? Simon?
Estonia, on that note, grew on me. I didn't like Estonia at first.
The thing for me with Estonia is I think it has potential, but it's such a chaotic song, from the get-go. So it needs to be, for me, if they do too much and it just becomes, a lot of impressions during those 3 minutes. So I think they need to tighten things up more than what I've seen so far. But again, 20 seconds on YouTube, on TikTok, sorry. They weren't my biggest disappointment, as I said, but that's a whole other thing that we were through already.
That's another one where I just love the meaning of bucking societal norms. Like, I don't know. I loved the meaning.
Julie Y says, another grower is Estonia. I love that they're starting out of the stage. World Sasuri says, as for the many disappointments were Belgium and Estonia.
And I saw one there that also was Sweetie, if you can find.
Sweetie. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Sweetie says, I think the Netherlands will be the reason why Estonia won't qualify. Because most people will like Joost more than the guys from Estonia. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what? If we analyze that, Joost is warmer. The colors are warmer. The act is friendlier. Whereas Estonia, it's very dark. One might view it as aggressive. So, yeah, I could see why Joost would be more likable.
Estonia's kind of classy.
I love Estonia. I gave it 12 at
Yeah.
SD Lao. But I think that if you're a casual viewer choosing between two upbeat, kooky songs, maybe you lean toward the bright one.
I don't know. I like the black as far as the color goes.
But Sweetie has very good analysis. Thank you, Sweetie. Love your emoji, memoji. I mean, maybe it is a memoji. I don't know if you're a cartoon. But, all right. What is left to... So should we go through all the countries we haven't discussed then?
Yeah, let's do that.
So Latvia.
Yeah.
Kicking it off with Latvia, I think this has grown significantly since Supernova. I think that adding that circle, it's just a circle, but a circle can contain so much. A hamster wheel can contain a hamster. His circle, his wheel contains a whole universe. You've got lightning, you've got a vortex. I'm hoping that with close camera crops, there'll be this illusion effect like he's lost himself, he's floating. There's a lot they can do with that hole. Simon.
I mean, Dons is such a classy performer. Those vocals, they are so good, and he has such presence on stage, and with this whole like blue latex tight thing, people will visually also want to look at that. My problem with Latvia has the whole time been the song. It is a song contest. We can't just judge on visuals and staging and stuff like that. So I think, I mean, if it was him only, I would have said, yeah, sure, qualifier. But for now, I'm not so sure.
Suzanne.
I like the blue armor protecting his heart. Again, this is just not one that I love.
All right. And so we're going to go to the crowd to see Latvia. They're saying, Valdent says, okay, sorry. Where is the, do you see any Latvia?
Yeah.
We have a Latvia heart. No, Latvia flag, sorry.
That was the flag.
These are very small. We have Latvia and Georgia. Strong, okay.
Nice.
There are not a ton of comments on Latvia. Even though I don't think Latvia will qualify, but it's my biggest grower. Okay, Julie says Latvia is her biggest grower. So there is something. All right, well, there's not a lot of chatter, but look, Dawn sounds great. Dawn's looks great. And so we move on. We've talked about San Marino. We talked about Georgia. We talked about Belgium. We talked about Estonia. Israel, Eden Golan Hurricane. I think for me, what I remember most is the dancing. I wasn't sure if the dancing sort of fit with the song. Like interpretive dance, like contemporary dance can often go wrong. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't fit with the message. Yeah, so I don't know. I just remember the fisting is like the fist kind of, they would go, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The punching motion. That's what I remember the most of the dance. So I kind of would have preferred just to see the singer on her own as opposed to having dancers. But that's just me.
Well, she's stunningly beautiful. She does stand out. I really love the dress, the very feminine twist, the very feminine layers. I think she's incredibly elegant.
I think she sounded vocally on point. I agree with you about the dancing. I'm not sure that what we saw fit, the meaning of the song. But and I must say, for now, I think that Eden is better than her song. Just like that.
Okay. I think that their competition was like a singing contest as opposed to a song contest domestically. So like,
I know that. I know she won that.
Oh, I'm just saying it demonstrates your point. Like,
yeah.
The voice is quite good.
For me, this is like a song where she is performing a song that's given to her, and it just shines through for me personally. Whereas some of the others, have songs that they have been in on themselves. So that's the thing that I'm getting from it. So I agree with Suzanne. I mean, she looks stunning. She looks beautiful. And she has the vocals on point. But the song for me, I'm not sure.
The running order is really interesting. So in this back half, 13 to 16, Estonia is like wild. Italy is upbeat. Then Israel and Norway both have a darkness to them, both Israel and Norway. And in some ways, it's like Israel prepares you for Norway because like Israel has a dark, somber tone. And then Norway sounds like she's in pain. Like the call, it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean, though? It's like the sandwich of happy with Italy as the bread and Netherlands as the bread. And in the middle, the two more emotional songs. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I have no clue. Anyway, so we spoke about Norway and we spoke about the Netherlands.
We missed a super chat from Mike Lee Torres.
Who?
Mike Lee Torres.
You didn't say that out loud.
Huh?
You didn't say that out
So
loud.
Mike...
Okay, I think you need to stop saying that, actually.
What you say? Can you say that?
That's gonna be a meme now, Suzanne.
They do this to me all the time.
Yes.
Is that
They
a
do.
Swedish thing?
No. But read that in your head. Read that in your head as you would say it. Quickly.
I this one's not...
Do you want me to say it for you?
Yeah.
Can you say it to me?
Oh.
Really?
I want to hear it.
Well, in any case, Mike Lee, thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat.
for the
and thank you
super
for the
chat.
new thing to stay away from. Right, okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
Cool. Well, let's talk about, we still have on this chat a total of 16 more minutes. So why don't we look at the semifinal as a whole?
Yeah.
This is the entire semifinal. Why don't you in the comment section shout out your top three? Your top three for semifinal 2, okay? You do that, and then please use the word top 3 so I can search for you in this device we're using, and then I can find your comments. All right. And for us, gosh, our top 3.
That's semifinal 1.
Ooh.
There we go.
So I know in my head it's gonna be. Oh, this is hard.
It's so hard to pick a top 3 in this semifinal.
This is hard.
The funny thing is that we all thought when we saw the country, you know, when you had...
Oh, the whole semifinal.
No, but just semifinal too. But I was going to say, when we saw the allocation draw, we thought that this was going to be the weak semifinal. But it turned out that...
It's harder to predict.
This
for sure.
is so hard to predict because the countries that have struggled a bit these last few years, they have stepped up their game this year. And we're like, who is like, okay, there are 6 countries not qualifying from this semifinal. Who are those countries? I am not sure.
Oh. Okay. Who wants to go first with their top 3 of semifinal 2?
Okay, I'm gonna go with mine. Number 1 for me in this semifinal is Switzerland. It's Nemo. Because Nemo. Thank you for I have people shouting in my ear. It's like I'm having an earpiece without having an earpiece. Anyway, no. Switzerland is my number 1 because we know that Nemo kills it vocally, and that song just captivates in so many ways, and it did for me as well when I heard it the first time. And we've seen what Nemo is capable of on stage now, and I can't wait to see that whole visual universe, played out. And I think that, as I say, Switzerland and Netherlands are gonna compete for the win in this semifinal because it's all televote. But let me say, what has grown the most for me and is my number 2, Marina Sati and Zari from Greece.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is because that song, I mean, I love when Greece does Greece, and it couldn't be more Greek than this, and her, energy and the power she exuberates on stage and with the dancers and everything. It's like, girl, give me that tzatziki, give me that gyros, give me everything that you are serving because you are serving it on a plate for me.
He's hungry.
I still have some chicken left, I think, somewhere. Anyway, my number 3 from this semifinal would be Norway. Norway Gote, and I'm saying that as a big Kino stan, and people who know me know that. But Gote for me is just showing their potential, they're showing their abilities, and they're showing why they've done this, most of them, for 25 years. I mean, let's not forget, when Gote actually started doing their thing, Gunhild, the singstress, she was 13 years old.
Incredible.
Can you imagine the guitarist Magnus, who is throwing the guitar up in the air and catching it? He was 17. I mean, they have done it since they were children, literally.
Well, let's shout out to our readers or viewers' top 3. Paul Nginte, Norway, Georgia, Malta. And Pleb on the Web, Malta.
I think it's Norway.
Norway, Netherlands, top 3. Malta's getting a lot of love here.
Yeah.
And, this is so hard to read. Yova, top 3. Israel. And, I cannot read. Danny's Life Vlogs, top 3. Denmark, Malta, Armenia.
My country being mentioned, finally.
And Period T, top 3. Greece, Georgia, Switzerland. Okay, so my top 3, it's funny, Malta I loved. You know what, am I ranking my favorite acts or my favorite clips?
William E. Adams, you are the owner and founder of Wiwibloggs.com. You make the rules.
Because I gotta say, I love the Maltese clip. The Maltese clip is so... You know what, I'm gonna do it. My number 3 is Malta. Welcome to the top, girl. Because this clip highlights some incredible moments. It's giving me Renaissance tour. Beyonce who? No. Beyonce Bonici maybe, but Sarah Bonici for real. Love that. My number 2. I love Georgia. I love Norway. I love Greece.
You don't love Switzerland?
Put out the fire. Put out the fire. I'm giving my number 2 based on the clip to Georgia. Because that clip is just so engaging. It keeps me there. And a lot of that is just Nutsa talking. The way she says things like, come on, we're going to tear up the stage and then put out the fire. You know, she's just so cute.
Yeah.
That energy, that confidence. I love her. And then I'm probably giving my number 1. Shout out to Lil Catherine, who's on this chat, living in Norway. I'm going to say Norway. I loved that clip. I wanted to rewatch it. It was just Gunhild as an extension of the rock and treescape. I just really enjoyed that. It was powerful. I don't necessarily think it will do the best, but of the clips, these 15 to 20 second sneak peeks we get, I'd put Norway on top. Yeah. Suzanne.
So alphabetized by country, not necessarily in the order in which I prefer them.
Switzerland with a Z.
Austria.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Croatia.
Yes. That's semifinal 1.
Girl.
Switzerland.
No,
I thought
girl.
we were doing the whole thing.
No, we're doing
No.
semifinal 2,
Oh,
honey.
Mother
Yeah.
Tucker,
Croatia.
hold please. Give me that list again.
My phone battery's gonna die because you've been looking at that list for so many hours and you still can't remember who's in the semifinal.
Where's the list?
I cannot read. These comments are so small.
Where is the list? For real.
I don't have.
Love you, Brit. Shout out to Norway.
Where's the list?
Girl.
Give me
Oh.
2
Okay, well,
seconds.
while you're pulling it up, I'm going to read more of our readers, viewers' top 3. Tuna, where did Tuna go? Tuna says Greece, the Netherlands, Malta. Comey says Belgium, Greece, Switzerland. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll and it's hitting ban instead. So I'm trying not to do that. Yusuf A says Norway, Greece, Armenia.
Armenia.
But you know what the funny thing is about this? It's so many different countries being in people's top 3. It's like the semifinal is gonna be a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. George Watson, Georgia, Switzerland, Malta. I mean, so many different countries coming up. So many different. Okay.
Hold on.
Period 3 says name 3 countries. Y'all, 3 countries. Come on, 3 countries.
I give up. I don't know here. Just take it.
Junis 500 says Israel, Netherlands, Austria. And Danny's Life Vlogs, Denmark, Malta, Armenia. So much love for Malta.
Yeah.
It just keeps coming up.
I'm ready now.
Oh, Susanna Adams is ready. Hallelujah. Our pig's flying. Is it too hard to
Again,
see?
I am returning to alphabetical order by... Shit, Austria was yesterday, wasn't it?
My phone is now
Russian.
dead.
Austria is in the
Okay,
semifinal.
Austria,
Yes.
Netherlands,
Yes.
Switzerland. There we go.
Austria, Netherlands, Switzerland, in no particular order.
Alphabetical order.
Oh, but no. We have a super chat. This is from Roy Boobwee. Roy Boobwee says, no, Boobill. Sorry, the writing is so small and the computer is so far away. If they won't be any huge changes, Switzerland will win the whole contest because of the juries, and Israel will be the top in my opinion. Is that honest? In my opinion. You know, that is a possibility. We saw in various votings,
Suzanne.
people
Someone said Suzanne's top 3. Duck.
duck. They're making jokes about that duck again. That duck is not
What about
involved.
Ducky
Sorry,
Duck's
back to
top
the
3?
super chat. Roy,
Yeah,
yes,
how
that
about
is a
Ducky
potential
Duck's top 3?
scenario. And thank you for your super chat. We
Suzanne.
really appreciate it. Y'all gotta stop talking about this duck. This duck.
No,
I am
he's
so
top
over
3.
this duck.
Well, be nice to him.
Oh, my
He's
God.
been all over the world with Devin lately.
Oh my god, y'all drive me crazy.
Do you all miss Devin?
Yeah,
I
drive me
miss
crazy.
Devin. I miss my Uncle D.
All right.
My Uncle D.
How many minutes do we have left? Okay, it's now 54 minutes into the chat. We keep these to 1 hour. So I just want to hear closing thoughts on the day. Closing thoughts. Simon, would you like to kick it off?
Oh, well, I think that now that we're through the semifinals, the thing is, we have a clearer picture of some of it, but I still think that we have something that is being, not taken away from us, but we have things that we haven't seen yet. I mean, the Netherlands, What are you cooking up there behind that frame? What is happening with the blue bird? Doesn't the turkey making a comeback after 16 years? Or I saw someone compared to the good old chicken dance. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Can you say chicken in Swedish for us, please?
Kyckling.
Spelled with a K, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Listen, if you want to learn Swedish, you have to think about that. The way you think you're pronouncing letters aren't necessarily the way that you are, because a K in kyckling is actually spelled the same way as you would like CH in English. You say ch.
I love how the thought of the day goes from Eurovision to chicken, but Suzanne Adams is learning and growing with each passing moment.
We
here
will
in
be
Malmo.
eating with you at some point soon. I know how much you love it when we share our meals.
We should do it.
Actually, we do have two very exciting food collaborations coming up. This is the beauty of being in a shopping mall. You are exposed to so many new flavors and sensations. And y'all, we're going to be sensate later this week, okay? I guess closing thought from me is I'm really looking forward to the Big Five. I really want to see what Italy does. I think Italy remains a massive contender to win. I think they could end up coming second with the jury, second with the televote, and taking it overall. You know, the Ukraine, as we saw with Jamala, or Ukraine did that with Jamala in 2016. I just feel like Italy, no juror will be ashamed to vote for that. No juror. And the public will be so happy to get behind that because it pops out. I think more than anyone, well, maybe Colleen as well, she can sing while moving. She just gets up there, she's doing all this, and the voice is just perfect. We saw that at LEP.
Yeah.
That was very clear. Suzanne, what's your closing thought for the day?
It's been a wonderful second day here in Sweden. I'm tired. Oh, and we must remind you and thank you and express all our gratitude and all our love. Big hugs, much love, because thanks to you today, Wiwibloggs hit 200,000 subscribers. And you know what's interesting?
So much.
It was less than a year because it was on May 11th in Rotterdam where we hit 100,000 subscribers. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, I cannot read, to Sivan for the super chat. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Hi there, William from Wiwibloggs. Actually, Eden took a very active part of the writing and production of the song. What do you have to say about that? So apparently Eden did participate in the writing.
And that's fair. I mean, I'm just saying what impression this song gives to me. I'm not saying that she hasn't taken part of it, but it still feels disconnected in a way for me. But I mean, that's just how I see it. We may see it in a whole different light when we see the whole staging, on next Wednesday.
I really love the interpretive dance in the official video.
I think what we need to remember with all of these TikTok clips, all of them, we're not really getting a lot of close-ups. Like with Musti from Belgium, you get a lot of faraway shots. You need to see the artist's face to understand the connection. And for instance, Dawn's very much took part in his song. And I'm sure when they have more close-ups, we'll see that. It's just these TikTok clips do a disservice to all acts in some sense. Look, before we go, I just want to remind you who joined this conversation late that this year we've partnered with Match Bingo to help support the Stroke Association. The Stroke Association works to help research, funding research, helping families who are recovering from the loss of someone with a stroke or living with relatives who have had a stroke. And when you buy a Match Bingo card, actually you can get a free Match Bingo card at the link in the description. They have a Eurovision bingo game this year for people in the United Kingdom. So click on the link, sign up, claim your free bingo card. You can buy some more while you're there if you want. But then also know that proceeds go towards the Stroke Association in the United Kingdom. You can Google them. We are going to be back tomorrow.
What time tomorrow? Do we know?
Girl, I don't know. Don't make promises we can't keep. Don't make promises we can't keep. We don't know, but we will be back online tomorrow. And you can read about the Stroke Association and Match Bingo on Wiwibloggs.com tomorrow. That post is going up. But we'll be reacting to the Big Five plus Sweden tomorrow. Yeah, what else is... And we will most likely do a live stream in the evening. So be sure to follow us on Instagram so you don't miss out. And subscribe to Wiwi Talk on Instagram because we always put our reaction videos and things there first as they come up. So
What is Wee Talk?
it's talk about things all. Wait, talk of all things wee.
But what platform is it on? Like, is it?
Instagram.
I don't
The
understand
channel
this.
on Instagram.
Girl,
Yeah.
get back to your Tinder. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I'm using Hinge this year here in Sweden.
She is unhinged, so it absolutely
Somebody
fits.
said Ducky Doo's top 3.
Ducky do what?
Top 3.
He's not competing. Listen,
Ducky Doo loved the Netherlands, and Ducky
Oh!
Doo loved Georgia.
we have something else to tell the good people.
Hi, good people.
The Emporia Rooftop Lounge. So on May 3rd and 4th, we will be indoors on the ground level. Is it the first floor or the ground level? What do you say in the
Well, it's
the C entrance?
Yeah.
We'll be in the C entrance. We can't tell you all the acts yet. We have more than 20, but we're going to be revealing the acts closer to the day they go on. So you're just going to have to stay tuned. But we've got some heavy hitters. Pretty much all of the favorites to win.
Yeah.
Pretty much every
Yeah.
favorite to win Eurovision will be appearing at our Emporia Rooftop Lounge. And from the 6th of May, we will be on the rooftop. On the rooftop. Before that, we're in the mall, in the C entrance. And then from the 6th, we're on the rooftop with the food trucks, the drag shows, the karaoke. And of course, the same setup from last year. Q&A, interview, performances. It's going to be amazing. Marina Sati, we've revealed her. We've revealed Yolanda.
Baby Lasagna.
Yeah, and those are just the public. We have a lot more in the pipeline. So thank you for joining, and we will see you later.
Bye.